We're on episode 31, and we're on part 2 with the hot tags. Instead of doing it in part 1, we're breaking it up a little bit this week. First things first, TNA is going to have a Hall of Fame.
Next. Who are they gonna induct? Friggin' Shark Boy? Come on.
I have no idea. Apparently, the first person to get inducted is going to be announced real soon at Slammiversary. And yeah, I'm thinking Sting has to be one of the people that is a possibility, but honestly, how many fucking people that have been in the company deserve to be in any kind of a Hall of Fame? But the fact that it's TNA, I mean, oh my god, it's just...
Now, just out of curiosity, is it TNA or are they including NWA? Like, are we going to start seeing people that were good wrestlers that have never associated with total nonstop action?
But that would be hilarious. Imagine a TNA Hall of Fame. You have to actually justify that to people. Yeah, I'm in the TNA Hall of Fame. What? The TNA Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
Tits and Ass Hall of Fame? No.
See my ring pop? It says TNA. Delicious. I lick on it every day.
And I had to sell it because TNA couldn't provide me with a paycheck. I don't know. What if it's like fucking Dixie or
Fuck Dixie.
You know what? Watch it be like Brooke Hogan.
Brother, sister.
It'll be like Brooke Hogan enters TNA Impact and immediately goes into the Hall of Fame.
You know what makes me laugh? Hogan. You've never seen Brooke and Hulk at the same place, same time.
Oh, I did. That was a weird night.
Gummy bears are a hell of a drug.
So yeah, we're all in agreement that this is totally ridiculous, right?
Well,
yeah.
they haven't been around long enough to justify a Hall of Fame.
I think I should be in the Hall of Fame for the amount of times I've sat through their shitty pay-per-views. I think that's Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah,
I think that Benoit should be the first person in the TNA Hall of Fame.
If it's not Sting, I mean, what's the point?
Right.
They're really going to induct their own ownership into the Hall of Fame for the first round?
I would laugh my ass off if it was Hulk Hogan.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Jeff Jarrett. And you know what? That would be probably their best option. But, I mean, it could be Kurt Angle. It could be...
What a shitty Hall of Fame would it be if you're inducting Jeff Jarrett as your first guy?
Dude,
he owned the company.
If I was any old WWF guy or WWE guy in that place, I would never accept the Hall of Fame because you know Vince is going to be fuck that guy.
You'll be like, imagine our first pick is Ric Flair, and then Rick doesn't even fucking show up.
Shows up to the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm getting a third wing. Woo!
The first pick is going to be that guy that's in the lawsuit right now. But if people complain about the legitimacy of the WWE Hall of Fame, imagine how bad the TNA one's going to be.
Watch it be Bruno Sammartino.
Be Drew Carey and shit.
Yeah.
Any money, the rings are going to be Oreos.
I'm betting on ring pop.
Well, going from one hall to another, Jillian Hall has been arrested for domestic violence and claims that she's splitting with her husband. And there was actually more talk about her profile picture for her mugshot than there was for anything else. Nobody's really talking about what the domestic violence was. Everybody was talking about how terrible she looked in the mugshot.
Her face was the domestic violence.
Oh. We're brutal today.
As opposed to any other day? Come on.
Right? Yeah, I'll throw you that one.
He probably saw her naked and then called the cops.
Well, maybe she beat him up with her tits because they're so huge.
Or he beat him up with her lips because those suckers are so huge.
We can't really talk too much about the circumstances with this because nobody's really giving any information. We don't know if she started something or he did. I'm assuming that he probably did, but
in the words of the great Michael Jackson, she got to be starting something.
Any other opinions on this?
Was he also arrested?
I don't even know.
He was probably hospitalized.
If he was still with her, I could see him starting something. She used to look like this. Now she looks like her mugshot.
And we got another problem. We have Randy Orton suspended for 60 days for wellness policy violation. So they're taking this feud, really out there. I mean, Twitter is not even good enough for this feud. They have to be suspended for it with Orton and Jericho.
There goes Batista's return.
Wait, we're thinking Orton against Batista?
No, I'm thinking Batista dressed up as Randy Orton, took the piss test, and they were just so disgusted by it they had to suspend the guy for 60 days.
Dude, this was his third offense. I don't know where the hell they're getting second. He got suspended twice in that 1 year.
Coughing in that diva's bag wasn't an offense.
It's an offense. That shit had worms.
That had Scotty 2 Hotty in it?
That was some old school poop.
One of the things with this Orton thing that I think is kind of weird is they had the Orton versus Jericho match, and then the whole incident with that flag happens. So then it looks like they're going to start Orton versus Miz, but then it also looks like they're going to start Orton versus Ziggler. And that was right before he gets suspended. So if they knew about this ahead of time, why bother? And if they didn't, then I don't know how they're going to make up for it, but I would not be surprised whatsoever if Orton versus Jericho is on the SummerSlam card.
Well, I have to say, again, in the words of the world-famous Michael Jackson, he got to be starting something. Yeah.
But I actually have something here. Orton, for a while, has been complaining that the WWE doesn't have an off season. He said that every wrestler should have at least a couple months off in a row to maybe he did it on purpose.
You think?
He complained a couple months ago that there wasn't an off season and he has no time to actually get himself healthy, and maybe he said it's been 5 years, they won't fire me. I got
Batista theory. You know, found some STDs in the mix of that shit.
Yeah, but I think Orton's a big enough star to turn to like Triple H or Vince and be like, look, I need time off. And they would give it to him. Unless isn't he signed into a long-term contract too?
I think he is, like a 10-year contract or something.
Yeah.
And he was going to do a Marine film. How fucking legit was that?
Well, I don't know what they're going to do to fill the void, but they need to figure out something. While
I think Zack Ryder.
Radio.
Something might happen with the tag titles or something. I don't know. So whatever happens with that, we'll be covering it. And last thing here, Lord Tensai has officially been declared a flop, and he's being tweaked, as you can see by the dropping the Lord in his name, because that's going to solve all the fucking problems, right? If he's going to drop anything, he needs to drop weight. But he's been replaced by Big Show. This was supposed to be all Lord Tensai right now instead of Big Show versus Cena. And he's on Superstars instead of Raw. They're kind of in the process of giving up, which I'll commend them on this. Usually they're way too stubborn, and they would try to just force it down our throats. Now that they know that Tensai is not working, the fact that they're going to try something different and not just try to tell us that we're wrong, kudos.
All I have to say in regards to Lord Tensai is Konnichiwa! That's what he usually does.
That's what he's saying?
Yeah.
I just keep hearing him going, and I'm like, I don't know if he's dying of...
What kind of wrestling are you watching, Tony?
You don't hear that shit? He gets just, like, kind of saying yes.
Like gay porn.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to talk to a snake or something.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know.
Tony, seriously, you're watching gay porn, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe.
Gay Japanese porn.
He can double monitor. It's not a big deal.
What I'm saying is, should we be having a Divas and Knockouts tournament, Tony?
So what do you guys think with the Tensai thing? You think he's going to actually improve, or do you think that it's basically a lost cause at this point?
I say bring back the hip hop hippo.
Dead. He's dead in the water.
Yep.
Dace?
Huh?
That shows how much attention you pay to Lord Tensai.
Oh, isn't that the A-Train guy? I haven't watched it since he got back.
Well, that about sums it up for that. We're going to go into the next part, talk a little bit about the Hottest Divas and Knockouts tournament, and finish that off.